inching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded right around the 8. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And Mahomes going to put it up right away. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And
he's got a man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Mahomes firing complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Mahomes. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Chase Claypool, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Now a 1st down throw. Watson. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion...
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their effort.
Touchdown, Giants! Gerald Everett, 48 yards. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Suckup, and it's now 14-0. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. fielded right around the 8.
The Seahawks take over first down at their own 26-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play.
And it'll be intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it, and the Giants are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Patrick Queen. Charles, I don't know what's going on in that defensive team meeting room, but they better keep it rolling. 3 picks last week, 2 here now in the first quarter.
Everyone talks about creating turnovers and getting takeaways, but until it gets put into action, it's just talk. And right now, it's in action and in a big way. Now they've got the receivers wondering if they have to turn around and play more defense instead of running routes trying to take the ball downfield.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Back to throw, Watson. This will be caught at about the 6. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Okay, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable touchdown. Austin Eckler. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Seahawks have cut it back within a score. Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And out across midfield down to the 45. On play action, it's Mahomes. Out to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Kaiser White.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
After the interception, here's Watson. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw again on second down. Watson. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Watson on 3rd down.
And now Watson throws another interception.
Anthony Averett picks it.
And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Mahomes now to throw. Dancing to his left. Out left, he's got it to Everett. So the completion good for 7 there. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports.
And the Seahawks add a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes.
And that one caught downfield by Pascal.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. To throw, it's Mahomes. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's going to start taking better care of it.
It really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. And again, it's Mahomes. Touchdown, Giants! Gerald Everett with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that makes it 21-8. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And oh my, mistake there. Backs up, takes a fair catch at the 3-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender.
Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Well, they were back in the shadows for their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, the conservative, easy call, run the football, take care of it, create some space, pump the ball away, but no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you get people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back and sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
To try again after the sack, Mahomes.
Open man completes it to Claypool.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 37. 23 yards the pickup there.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to move that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there with that license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't fumble, really. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd.
He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can...
He's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Noah Brown, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point put through by Succop, and the lead now stands at 13. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for a Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Running on first down, Eckler. And some room to work. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Austin Eckler with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have got it back to within a score. Here's Bass now for the extra point.
And the lead will shrink to 6.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Mahomes going to throw. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Throwing now is Mahomes. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
2nd and 9.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Oh, Pascal able to haul that one in. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28. Mahomes to throw once more.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
With his height, that's exactly where you want to put it for him. But even that throw was a little tall to connect for the touchdown.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. He's got it. Touchdown. Zach Pascal. An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Giants will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead now stands at 13. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Throwing the out route, and he's got Eckler.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's second down. Here's Watson.
Looking Austin Eckler's way again.
A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. From the gun on third, Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Duron Harmon.
And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. That's going to be caught. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. He'll drop to throw.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a look.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Zach Pascal as time expires in the first half.
And the Giants will extend their lead on the final play of the half.
Succop for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson, he's going deep for Brown. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Giants are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Mahomes now on 1st down. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
That's how you're far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Mahomes throw there, hauled in by Claypool. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Mahomes firing complete, and he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
This is caught. Touchdown, Giants. Gerald Everett, 31 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point try now for Succop. And that stretches the lead to 27.
Makes the score Giants 49, Seahawks 22. Ryan Succop set to kick off.
Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away.
This one fielded at the 5. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line.
147 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Austin Eckler.
A 13-yard touchdown run.
And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit.
The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2.
Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson.
It's complete. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and he'll come up empty on the try for 2.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles, and I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes.
Right side, Claypool's got it.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On 1st down, Mahomes.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
On second down, Eckler. And some room to maneuver. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Austin Eckler, 73 yards. And the Seahawks are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
Mahomes now on first down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They love to try to take advantage of his height, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to run it back and try it again, maybe with a little less mustard on the throw.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
Open man, completes it to Claypool.
And again, it's Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Eckler going to get it again on second down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Watson, off play action.
That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle with Eckler. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. It's Eckler again. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. gun. Eckler running it. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Eckler. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. Third and goal. Now it's Watson. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it first and 10 now out past the 20. Here's Mahomes to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Claypool with another catch. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Now it's Mahomes again. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Completion here to Claypool. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Seahawks are right back in this football game. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. He's going deep for Brown. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done.
Extra point by Bass. Up and good.
As this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Now this, a very short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Paulson and Debo.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, this secondary just continues to be a force. Multiple interceptions in this game, and now the pick six.
And the thing about it is once you get an interception as a unit, you think to yourself, okay, we got that. How do we increase it the next time? Get the interception, do a little more damage, and there's your outcome right there. Take it to the house and break down what they're trying to do offensively.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down one. What's the sense? I like what they did.
This is taken way up at the 25. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Their lead is hanging by a thread after that pick six, but look, they're still in the driver's seat. Now the question, how aggressive will they be on this drive?
And that's caught inside the 35.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now Mahomes. Oh, no, he lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field are loading every one of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on him.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now they send the tight end in motion left. Another try for Barkley. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. A lot of tight end bodies on that field. But this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Now here's Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Zach Pascal. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Giants get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point put through by Succop. And that makes this a 9-point game. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, One guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Once more, here's Eckler. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Eckler now between the tackles. And some room to run now. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. And he's got room. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Austin Eckler, 40 yards. And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Bass, been good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So down only 2 now, still a chance to finagle their way into field goal range if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Mahomes going to throw it here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain 1st here. On 3rd down, Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. They'll run for it with Barkley. It's a gain of 6, and that ought to just about do it. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Oh, man, that was some call right there. The game in the balance. They run for it on 4th down, and this has been the story all game long. They've been the ones that come up with the big plays when they've needed them. And that last one?
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
Mahomes' throw taken in by Pascal. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 12-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To throw is Mahomes. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that makes this a 9-point game. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules. So trying to get it to 10 yards, timing up perfectly, that's tough enough to begin with. But when you go ahead and grab it before it...
And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Here's Watson.
And this is caught. So they took a chance, but they are back within a single point here in the fourth. So looking at this situation, you should have time to the onside kick and then at least one play. And this will be recovered by the Giants. And that ought to just about do it. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Yeah, Brandon, I'm